And in 2000 my father was diagnosed with cancer. Now my father had never been to a doctor hardly in his life. They hardly had any records for him. So I was the oldest of 10. So he took it very bad whenever he was told. And then he says, right, he says, you're the oldest. He says, I want you, this was my first thing with it. He says, I want you to sort everything out, make sure that everybody is, whatever money's there, everything's sorted out. And he had this conversation, and then he says, right, that's it. I do not want to talk anything about it after. And he didn't. He wouldn't let you mention the word. What he did say was, I don't want to be left on my own.
Right.
So we had to make sure that there was somebody there every night.
Did it make it less stressful?
It did. It definitely did.
For the whole family?
For everybody. Once I told them then what his wishes was, that was it. Everybody just, we made a road out and everybody done their bit. You know, that sort of way. So then when it came round to James then, he was diagnosed with motor neuron disease in 2016. He was married in 1969 and it was just him and me for 47 years. He said, well, I guess you know there's no cure for it. And came home and he looked up the secretary picture on there in the living room and he done this update. He says, there's up that man there, it's nothing to do with us now, cup of tea. Made the cup of tea and him and me said, we didn't say much about it then for a while. And then a couple of days later, he says, we need to sort things out. He says, I says, are we still doing the wrong turn? I says, no. He says, we better do Ballymac. And I says, well, he says, there's not much park on them in the long turn. I says, what are you expecting about funeral? So it's how things would progress as things would go along and one thing and another. And one of the questions was resuscitation. And he said to me, you sort them forms. He says, right. Come up to him and he said, how am I going to approach this, you know? And we looked and he says, what's wrong? I says, there's something here about resuscitation. He says, right, no. It happened. About things, personal things that he had that he wanted people to have, and one thing and another, and sent for the solicitor. Solicitor came to the house and gave me authorisation to
Power of attorney.
or whatever you call that. So we got that all sorted, and he says, right, he says, now we have that sorted now. He says, you know, Bradley McLaughlin's, don't be going overboard, no big fuss, no, don't be going to hotels, nothing like that, you know. Back to the house. That was what he wanted. That was another thing too for James. He had even his grade picked out before he died. James had a conversation with my brother that I didn't know about. He didn't tell me he had it because he had says, to Jared, he says, we'll be way down at that bottom of that cemetery. He says, then we, you know, and Jared says, no. He says, you can take the grave beside Mum and Dad. It was a double grave. The worst it's going to be.
Do you think that being able to say that's what he wanted, do you think has that in any way helped you with grieving?
To be honest. If we hadn't had that conversation and things started to accelerate the way they did, I would have been panicking. I came to as far as coming back in again and got as far as the front door, and it took me a wee minute to get my foot over there. And I remember somebody standing behind me saying, come on, beside me, and somebody else says, no, leave her alone, she'll do it in her own time. It was the night of the funeral. Everybody was starting the thing, and my brother said, do you want, I says, no, I says, I have to get on with it. So whenever they all left, I was sitting in the living room, and my sister-in-law, God bless her, she probably thought she was doing the right thing. She knocked at the door. I seemed to be doing all right. And she came in. Well, I just went to bits. I just couldn't stop crying. But maybe it was the best thing. You know, that sort of way I got it out.
And just in terms, Mary, of going through the time of bereavement, what really sticks out? What really helped you get through that?
Just family support and them being able to cry if I wanted to cry. For the first year, I was depending on them, and then I had to say, no, that's
time now.
It's time now to do your own thing. So I haven't looked back, thanks be to God.
Mm.
But thanks be to God, I done the cruise counselling.
Yes.
I went to it
Yeah.
for well, I was supposed to have 6 sessions, but the girl says afterwards, she says, if you know you still, I says no, I says I feel okay now that I've thing, and I was glad I'd done it. I would recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
And they said to me, you still have 2 more counselling sessions, because sometimes it takes people maybe 5 or 6 years before they really go into anything, you know, that sort of. But I think I'm doing all right. I'm putting my trust in God with James and just leaving it there, you know, that sort of way. But they were very, very good. I must say they were very, very good.
What would you say would encourage somebody that isn't really there yet, or do you think that it has to be the right time, or is there something that you would encourage somebody to think about?
I think each person's different.
Yeah.
Everybody copes with things different. You find the time whenever it's right to do it. Everything I done when I felt comfortable with it, not when I was pressurised on that. Because I think it's the worst thing you can do to anybody is pressurise them to do anything. Even when I went to talk to the solicitor, and like that I would have broke down, and he says, just take your time. He says, if you want to go back another day, he says, it's up, you know, leave it. I says, no, I says, I feel I want to do it now, but it's just getting the first words out.
Yeah.
The only reason why I said I would do this, because I said to myself, I can't do anything for anybody at the minute, but maybe if you did use any of this, that it might be a help to somebody,
Yeah.
you know, that sort of way.